Hi, friends. This is Jim Wortham. I'm glad you joined me tonight. I'm talking about uh, many years ago when I sold books door to door for the Southwestern Book Company. It was called the Layman's Bible Library. It was books for kids, for adults, and for scholars, and they were religious books. So was the Southwestern Book Company. And I had spent a week of and paid for it myself of training of how to sell from door to door. Okay, so I'm in Greenwood. Uh, my assignment was in Greenwood, South Carolina, and my mission was to uh, knock door to door and sell, ask if I could show them the layman's library that I was selling. That's how I made my summer money to pay for college, my junior and senior year. This was at Greenwood, South Carolina, and it seems like every house I knocked at to show my books to sell to them if they liked them. Uh, it seemed like they said, "Have you met Brother Dove? He's at the Greenwood Revival Center." I said, "No, I never have." Well, after several days, I thought, "Let's try it. Let's go down there." And I went down there, and he was in the front of his church and doing woodwork, and he didn't look like what you'd think a minister would look like, but I said, "Do you know a Brother Dove?" And he said, "Yeah, that's me." And um, I said, "People's told me to come down and see you." He said, "Let's go into my church." So we went into his church called Greenwood Revival Center. And the reason it was called Revival Center is because he had a different evangelist come and preach every night. So I sit there, and he showed me how he ended up being led to Greenwood, um, the city, town, Greenwood, and how he was led to put together this tabernacle, which was called a revival center at this time. Showed me pictures from an album that showed the groundbreaking to the finish of the tabernacle. I said, "How did this all happen?" And he said, "How, how'd you get the money? How'd you get the support? How, how'd you start?" He said, "I started with a few people in the house, and it grew." I said, "Well, how did it grow that much? How did it grow to the point where we're in this beautiful tabernacle?" He pointed above the speaker's podium, a big, huge sign said, "Jesus Christ, the same yesterday, today, and forever." He says, "That's what you got to believe. That's how you do something like this." I thought, hadn't heard this one before. I'm a Southern Baptist. Signed, sealed, and saved Southern Baptist. No one ever told me you could do things like this because Jesus was the same yesterday, today, and forever. He says, "Feel free to come to my church. We'll have a different speaker every night. Each one will be a well known evangelist. Each night, you will feel different when you leave. He was right. Having said that, I'll share two examples and I'll close this down because a lot of people's not going to believe it. A lot of people's going to believe it, and a lot of people don't want to hear too much of it. This was not a TV evangelist, by the way. This is not a preacher that says, send me money and it'll be multiplied and sent back to you. This is not what this minister was about. So what happened is I went the first incident. I'm going to share two incidents and close it down. One claimed to be able to hate to say it, he is a prophet. Called himself a prophet, and when he first got in there, before the service started, he came down to see me. He'd never been at that church before. Tabernacle. He said, God sent you here from another state. You're here to do God's work. And then he told me a lot of things I can't tell you because I've forgotten. But I can say they were all true. They all came to happen. The second incident was another night I went there, and a bunch of teenagers were there, and they said, hey, you want to come over to our house? We're going to continue this revival here and have some snacks. I said, sure. I'm flattered that you'd want me to come there. You don't know me. They said, come on. Just follow us in your car. I did. I suspect there's a lot of joking around, a lot of laughing around, eating a lot of snacks. I won't forget this. It was in the 70s. It was in the 70s, probably 73 or 74, 1973 or 1974. This girl comes up to me. And she said, I'm glad you came here tonight. We're all about Jesus and what he can do in our lives. This never happened before. She reached out her hand, and I touched her hand, held her hand. And right across my mind, I said, are you in college? She said, yes. I said, are you a senior? She said, yes. I said, "Are you a psychology major?" She said, "Yes." We we chit chatted. I didn't know what else to say. I was speechless. No one told me this. I was just holding her hand, and I said that. She did not tell me that. In the Bible, they call this words of knowledge. This is when God reveals to you information that would be otherwise not known. Went back home, finished my degree at Western Kentucky University in psychology and sociology. And I suspect I ought to bring it to a close here because there's been a lot here to digest. Thanks for watching. If you like it, hit subscribe and you'll hear more, not necessarily on any particular subject. But you'll see a jolly face and a laugh, okay? If you like it, hit like. If you hate it, hit hate. But subscribe if you want to. I'm on here more than I'm not. Take care.